Oh, just watching the sunset from here is so lovely, do you
Well,
not
that's not
think?
much of sunset. However, this is nice, just being able to spend some quality time with you, dear.
Oh, yes, this is very nice. And I've also got some wonderful news.
Oh, what's that, dear?
I managed to telephone the sculptor who is going to do my newest Iron Man 2 sculpture, and we still haven't agreed
Here
to
we
a
go
price
again.
yet. However,
Indeed,
he was
Iron
willing to
Dog.
do it.
Just let him finish.
Oh, you listen to him better than you listen to me.
Oh, Johnny, that's just not true.
I am
What
Iron
else happened
Dog.
today?
Well, as you can see, I got butchered today at the hairstylist. All I wanted was a trim off the
yes,
sides.
I've been meaning to ask you about that bad haircut.
And now I look like Benny Hill.
Indeed you do, dear. Indeed you do.
Oh, I suppose that is not all that bad. Okay, but I want to talk about these two marvelous metal sculptures I saw.
Oh, so what were they?
All right, this one is called the Seabird, but do use your imagination.
Johnny, I am trying to visualize this sculpture in the broadest of terms, but all I see is what looks like a fish.
Oh, Ellen, can you not see the sculptor's abstract interpretation of a seabird flying off into the sunset?
I'm sorry, dear. I do not see that seabird flying off into the sunset. That is a stretch, however.
Oh, very well. Let's look at this other sculpture.
Yes, let's do that. Oh, Johnny, this is beautiful. And just listening to that water is so relaxing.
Yes, this is quite lovely, is it not?
Why, Johnny, you're weeping. What's wrong, dear?
Well, Eleanor, this particular sculpture really strikes a chord with me.
Oh, Johnny, is this because of your baby brother,
Yes, I
Jason?
do miss him indeed. And it's all their
Oh,
fault,
Johnny,
you know.
that happened so many years ago. What was it, like 1957?
Yes, it was summer of 1957. Our parents had sent us away to summer
Yes,
camp.
now I remember.
My baby brother Jason, my sister Alice, and
That
myself.
was back in England, is that correct?
Yes, that was in Birmingham at Camp Lucid
Oh,
Lake.
I do remember you telling me once. However, I can't recall all the details.
Oh, Eleanor, we were simply children back then. I was 9, and my sister Alice was about 14, and my precious baby brother Jason, he was only about 6.
Oh, that's enough. Please spare me the painful details, Johnny. I do recall he did drown,
Yes,
though.
because those counselors were mainly teenagers, and they were supposed to be supervising all the children, and they failed. They were simply too busy fooling around, and my precious baby brother Jason paid for that with his life.
Oh, Johnny, that's a tragic calamity. And wasn't Mother Worcester involved in some sort of incident as well?
Oh, yes, and Mother, who was a part-time camp cook at the time, found it very difficult to cope with the loss of our Jason.
Oh, yes, now I do remember, since this occurred way before we were married. And the jury was very sympathetic towards Mother Worcester. They did spare her the death sentence, but did give her life with the possibility of parole instead.
Yes, she was finally paroled about 10 years ago, and then she died in a freak camping accident probably about a month or 2 right after.
Oh, that's right. I do recall you telling me about that. But how did it happen?
Well, there was no witnesses, and foul play was ruled out.
Well, what did the coroner find out?
Somehow she inadvertently slashed her throat with the machete that she was using for clearing brush and vegetation.
Sounds like a great story. Anyway, when do we eat?
Oh, Iron Dog, that is so insensitive.
Yes, it
Is that all you think of?
No, sometimes I think of sex with a black cat. On Friday the 13th. What do you think about that?